Alright, I'm going to make a buffalo, and I'm going to make them this size right here. I've got a photograph I took on the Madison River on the way to Bozeman one time, and of this older buffalo. And I'd like to do this guy here. What I think I'm going to do this time, though, is I'm going to make an armature that matches this bone structure here. And so, I think I'm going to do it right now. Take some of this 16 gauge copper wire that I've got right there, and I'm going to make an armature of this to follow this buffalo's skeletal structure. Well, here I am just following the backbone of the buffalo from the neck, from the head to the neck to the backbone. What's interesting about the skeletal structure, it almost looks dinosauric. I mean, almost like a, what were those dinosaurs that had the big shields over the front of their heads, or back of their heads? Pegasaurus or something like that? Anyway, the skeletal structure reminds me of that, except for the large bones for the shoulder, for the neck muscles above the backbone. Anyway, I just finished the young lady sitting on the rock, and I was doing her video when I had an idea to do this buffalo, and I had some time, and so I started it. So, all this in one day. Here I'm just starting the base, and I'm just going to follow the, basically the photograph I took of the buffalo on Ted Turner's ranch, right next to the Madison River, near Cherry Creek. I start with the mass of the his rib cage and his backbone and all that stuff, and just go from there. Now I'll just pop in and comment when I need to. Just enjoy the video. The reason I decided to do an armature, a full armature on this piece, is because this was going to be standing by itself, and if you're going to do that, you have to have an armature. And you have to have proportions, and so that's why I did that. Okay, this is about an hour later. I had to let the clay or the wax cool off because it was just a little too soft and sticky. I had hit it with a flame, that's why it's all shiny. And now I'm just getting back into detailing the head. The old buffalo have horns that are almost buried in the head fur. I'm moving really fast here. Actually, this whole thing took about 2 hours to create, from start to finish. Well, with an hour break for dinner. It's 11:30 right now, Mountain Time, and I just barely finished this piece, and now I'm putting the video together. Not a bad day. It may be a quick sketch, but I still have to have the anatomy there. I'm not worried about every little detail, but I'm just plopping in the anatomy and just letting it go at that. Not worrying about it too much. Just checking leg lengths, make sure everything's right. It may be a sketch, but they still have to be right. Now I start outlining the heavy fur on the front shoulders and up along the hump and down the back. Just outlining it, the border of it, so to speak. It's about this point that I'm thinking to myself, God has really graced me with this talent. To be able to do something like this at all is just an amazing blessing. And I don't take it lightly. Putting the heavy fur on the back of the, or just below the chest, on the back of that leg, on the front leg, and it would be swinging forward because he's moving his leg forward. Now I'm starting to put tall grass, or prairie grass, around his feet. The buffalo would not be walking on bare ground, he'd be walking through tall grass. Well, that's the buffalo. Big old bull buffalo. I can just hear him grunting now as he walks along in his domain, herding his cows and keeping the young bulls away from him. Master of the Plains. That's going to be the title. That just came to me. Master of the Plains. Good title. Now I just need to sign it. I'll do that right there. There she is, Master of the Plains.